Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Katja, and today we are looking at a book that is perfect for cat lovers or anyone who just needs a heartwarming story to curl up with. And it's a perfect book to discuss today because it is raining out there, so it's all dark and atmospheric, and I've got my cup of coffee. Anyway, we're cozying up with We'll Prescribe Your Cat by Syou Ishida and translated by E. Madison Shimoda. And as the name of the book implies, it's cat prescriptions as therapy, all thanks to a clinic in Kyoto prescribing cats to help people heal. I couldn't resist picking this one up. So, fun fact before we get into the book itself, just a cute little detail that I found, especially because I had read this book and then I read another Japanese novel that is new and is also set in Kyoto and featuring cats. This really stood out for me that they both mention Kyoto's unique addressing system, something I found so interesting. Kyoto uses a block based system where addresses are described relative to intersections, landmarks, and city blocks, and not street names. And personally, I'm terrible with remembering street names and often give directions like turn left at the bakery or go right at the roundabout by the leisure center, which is not great if the business is closed down. So I can actually, though, totally vibe with this way of talking about addresses. But the characters get so turned around, and it's a reminder of how valuable clearer directions are and why you're better off with your own phone's directions than ever asking me how to get somewhere. But I just thought that was interesting. And the reason I asked NetGalley and Doubleday for this advanced reader copy, which I got in exchange for an honest review, is because it kept popping up as a recommended read for me. And Will Prescribe Your Cat number one is already a Japanese bestseller. So naturally, I wanted to know if it was hype or does it have real substance. So let's take a look. I think the concept, as you can tell, is really quirky, but as you get into it, it's also comforting. So, tucked away in a narrow alley in Kyoto is the Kokoro Clinic for the Soul. Expecting a standard therapy session, are you? No, not here. Instead, you'll be prescribed something that isn't a pill, it is a fluffy feline companion to take home to help you heal. And although I personally would prefer a puppy, which Milo I think would agree, it's clear that for the characters in this book, a cat is a perfect fit. So the book is structured as a series of connected short stories, each following a different patient with their own struggles. So whether it's a middle aged man feeling irrelevant, a woman struggling to balance work and parenting, or a young girl dealing with school cliques, each of the characters has something that is tied to the presence of that cat. And the personalities of those cats are perfect for providing what the humans don't realize they're missing in their lives. So, this structure as well of interconnected short stories is something I see a lot of in Japanese cozy fiction. So, think about books like Before the Coffee Gets Cold, What You're Looking For is in the Library, and the Komagawa Food Detectives. So, if you're not into that kind of format, then clearly this is one to skip. But if, like me, you really enjoy that familiar structure, which is almost admittedly formulaic, if you enjoy that, then you'll feel right at home here. Now, Ishida weaves humor and warmth throughout the book, but what struck me is that there is emotional depth, which you can tell from it looking at people's problems. Yes, it is a feel good read, but we are talking about characters that have got burnout, depression, feeling lost, and disconnected. There's a real focus on mental health, self awareness, and the quiet healing power that animals, especially cats, can bring. It's about reconnecting with nature, finding a slower rhythm of life, and ultimately reconnecting with ourselves. So, you know, those moments when you're with your pet or you're outside and everything just feels a little bit better. This book captures that feeling perfectly. And I read it in one sitting. Did I think that some of the solutions seem simplistic? Yes. But then again, when I was struggling with burnout, I didn't appreciate how much sooner I could have addressed it until I was looking back. They always say hindsight is 2020. And not all effective solutions have to be complicated, although they are often still personally very hard for one reason or another. So, this isn't an intense or high stakes read, but there's something soothing about that. And at the risk of repeating myself, I really appreciate its focus on mental well being wrapped up in this cozy fictional package. Plus, translation by E. Madison Shimoda made it for an easy, smooth read, which I'm guessing has retained the charm of what I imagine the original has. So, I think if you're looking for something wholesome and feel good, then this is a book you're likely to enjoy. It's perfect for a rainy day like today, and especially if you've got your own furry friend curled up next to you. So, let me know in the comments if you've got this one on your TBR or you've already read it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this review. And if you're into translated fiction, cozy reads, or just looking for more book recommendations that are sometimes a little off the beaten path, then you're in the right place. I am an eclectic reader, so you'll see a mix of genres on the channel, but especially translated and fantasy fiction. So, upcoming book reviews will include The Full Moon Coffee Shop and Silken Gazelles. That's it. So thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and I'll catch you next time. Happy reading.